After being in development for 4 years after its initial first demo at Sage 2020, Sonic Galactic Demo 2 has officially released around a week or two ago of recording. But obviously it's been more than that because we all know as of now we are in February. Sorry about the delay. With such a large amount of time working on such an ambitious fan project that aims to capture the magic of the more traditional 2D classic Sonic formula, you'd bet that it's going to be a hit. I personally played the initial demo back in 2020, and when I heard that Demo 2 finally was released, I was completely over the moon. But does this demo live up to the hype for how long it took? Let's find out together as we dive into the world of Sonic Galactic. Now, I was going to do a little recap of what we received in the first version, but personally, they didn't really change a whole lot from the first demo, so I'll just go along and speak on version 2, while I also address some stuff that I already played prior. Starting off for when you first boot up the game, I absolutely love and adore the presentation. From the main menu to the character selection, how expansive the stages can get when utilizing different characters, it just gives me Mania vibes of how animated all the characters are. Especially all the little animation details that this game has. From the title screen to the in-game animation, this game is so smooth. And in this new version, we even have cutscenes and a story to tie in all the stages together. There's probably a story in version 1, but I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, you can find the story on the game's website, which I'll link in the description below. I advise you, whether or not you've played this demo or not, don't sleep on the other characters. I implore that you try all of them, including Tunnel the Mole. I didn't play with them in demo 2, but from what I played and remember from the Sage demo, being able to go underground and jump out of holes at high speeds is fun for traversing. Speaking of traversing, let's now move into actual gameplay. Starting off with the newly added tutorial zone. Being honest here, when I saw there was a tutorial, I knew I had to prepare myself for some new ability or mechanic. But this game honestly found a way to make classic Sonic gameplay a lot more fun. You have your vanilla classic controls with the addition of a new ability known as the wall dash. You could think of it as a drop dash, but on higher surfaces or walls. I honestly was not the biggest fan of this on my first playthrough, but I'm sure by the time the game is finished, I'll be more adjusted to it. Another added functionality this game adds is a dedicated action button, meaning we don't have to use the drop dash anymore when only wanting to use the ability of an elemental shield. I know that was a problem for me in Mania, so I'm glad that this game has addressed something like that. Alright, so now that we got the hang of the controls, let's look at the stages that we have presented in this demo. Now this time around, compared to demo 1, you have a selection of 3 zones. 4 if you count the tutorial stage. These zones are Verdant Isle, Coral Garden, and Luminosity City. Or I think it's just Luminosity Zone. I'm not entirely sure. All incredible zones with their own unique setting and scenery. Verdant Isle Act 1 being a beautiful tropical beach at sunset with a lax view of the ocean, and Act 2 switching things up with you going deeper inside the vibrant wilderness of the tropical island. Next, you have my personal favorite, Coral Garden, which is a I put this in the script and I can't even say. A melancholic underwater palace surrounded by coral and floating kelp. And similar to Verdant Isle, Act 2 has you no longer underwater, but rather on the surface of this mysterious palace. And last but certainly not least, we have Luminosity, which is literally Studiopolis 2.0. I'm not joking. But in all seriousness, it's a beautiful midnight city view with scenery and colors you can only ever dream of. Act 2 being incomplete, however, gives us a good idea of what the future of this game's level design may hold by showing a vibrant radio tower with a beautiful view of the night sky that's right in front of you. I know it sounds like I'm glazing, but words can't describe how beautiful this game looks. Furthermore, not only is the visual design eye candy, so is the music. Each track sounds like it came straight out of Sonic CD, sonicmania, heck, even the fan games, Sonic before and after the sequel. It is that good. If I had to choose my favorite track out of the entire OST, it has to be between Coral Garden Act 1 and Luminosity Act 1 because they are just so funky and I absolutely love the genre New Jack swing. I kid you not, I literally had Coral Garden Act 1 on loop for an entire week while I was in school, while I was going shopping, all of the above. It is just that good. Anyway, aside from that, each track is just a banger after banger. I haven't spoken on this too much, but the newly added special stage music reminds me so much of a track you'd hear on the Sega Saturn. And the overall vibe of the stage is just so fun and retro to play when you unlock it, of course. Like seriously, I can't wait to play that special stage a lot more when the full game releases. I'm sure it's gonna get a lot more difficult as time goes on, but hey, I'm definitely getting Sega Saturn vibes from this, so if that's the direction they were going for, it's definitely working. I didn't really have a good segue into the bosses, so I'm just gonna go straight to talking about the bosses. I don't have too much to say about them. They were pretty short and sweet, and that's honestly how I prefer my 2D Sonic games to operate. Superstars, take notes. Once you understand the boss's patterns, utilize it, then just get your 8 hits in and bada bing bada boom. My favorite boss from this demo has to be the Rockstar mini boss at the end of Luminosity Zone. I also found it funny how the game made you think that you were actually going to be fighting the red robot that's following you around the city, but in reality, no, you're fighting another robot, and the red robot was just there for, I guess, entertainment. I don't even know, it just turned into a guitar, and I was just like, oh, that's interesting. No boss really gave me any problems, so I don't have much to say about bosses, except the fact that the mini boss music slaps. Pure Sonic CD track, pure. Anyway, enough yapping about the music. I didn't go through everything, but then again, this is just my initial thoughts from what I played of Sonic Galactic in 2020 to, of course, now. And man, the 4 years after I played Demo 1, it was 100% worth the wait. I just want to say thank you so much to the Starlight team for bringing us such an amazing product, and I can't wait to see more of this project in the upcoming years. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I also would like to thank all of you for subscribing in the last few days. Everyone that I'm talking to, my new and old, because we have now reached 2,000 subscribers, and I cannot be more happier. So once again, thank you all very much. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit that like button, or if you really like the channel, make sure to subscribe and comment down below what you thought about Sonic Galactic, and I will catch you all in the next video. Stay safe and take care. Wait, I actually just forgot something. Very unrelated, but I thought that Luminosity reminded me of like this one Sonic parody song called Hedgehog Stew. So I wonder what they would sound like if I mashed them together.
Oh boy, I'm gonna make some hedgehog stew today. It's my greatest gift idea. Get that damn hedgehog. Oh boy, I'm gonna make some hedgehog stew in the afternoon. If it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna get that blue food. Get ready, my secret project. I'm about to make history.